teeth. No Louboutins when that red on your sleeves. Bang, 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 bang.
I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay on good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The home of the Warriors, live on 2K Sports. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in at the 3 slot.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Valanciunas dishes to Lowry. The feed to Carroll. Just 5 on the clock. Lowry drives in. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
Green kicks to Thompson. And the basket by Curry.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Outside DeRozan. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here's Curry. No good. Nice D from DeRozan.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Lowry from outside. And that one's good. Lowry's got 5.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Curry kicks to Thompson. The shot from the low post is good. He's got 6.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Here's DeRozan. That's good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
It's stolen by Lowry. Here's Valanciunas. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
And the Warriors with some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Barnes. And then for Toronto, Biyombo comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Powell in for DeMar Carroll.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific. And I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Here's DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Lowry from outside. good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Lowry against Curry. Kicks it out to Iguodala. It's Thompson off the drive. That's good. Thompson's got 8.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
DeRozan's shot is good.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Knocked loose. It's stolen by Lowry. And he gets the bucket.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Warriors have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Fires from 14. Tries again. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in at the small forward. And DeRozan kicks to Carroll. Valanciunas dishes to Lowry. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And it's the Warriors' ball. The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
On defense, Toronto. Deep 2 from Rush. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lowry passes to Carroll. And it's Lowry penetrating. Feeds it to Carroll. It's tipped. And Patterson kicks to Lowry. The second chance effort. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Wide open. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
The 3. The Warriors pull it in.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Can't cash in from close range. He lobs it up. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
In the corner, Rush with it. It's stolen by Carroll. Lets a floater go. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
Here's DeRozan, and unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Rush. Curry's got his first points in this one.
Oh, a little touch of class there at the end of the play as he is able to convert on the finger roll.
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto. Took them, Greg, to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one at the line is good. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Festus Ezeli comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Brandon Rush. And it's Livingston in for Thompson.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Joseph. And that one comes up a bit short.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Ross on the wing. Passes it to Scola. Here's Joseph. The three-pointer is right on target. Joseph's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Here's the break. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Biyombo with the jam.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But guys, the pass for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
Scola kicks to Powell. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
With 1 on the clock, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Warriors lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Terrence Ross is out there with Scola. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Powell in at the 2 spot. Got a hand on it. Fast break. Here comes.
Oh, nasty. Oh, nasty.
Did he get?
Woo. Unbelievable what I'm seeing here. Is this the dunk contest?
Hey, this one counts, Clark. Believe me, what confidence to attempt the alley-oop. To himself.
He couldn't resist on that. The adrenaline just flowing. One of the more spectacular plays we've seen.
And Toronto making a change here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Biyombo. Patterson comes in for Luis Scola. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Ross. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Powell. Azili dishes to Livingston. Barbosa kicks to Bogut. Clock at 6. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
No good from Bogut.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Ian Clark subbed in for Sean Livingston.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And the Warriors with some changes. Spates comes in for Festus Ezeli. And it's Klay Thompson in for Leandro Barbosa. And the Raptors also making a change. Carroll's checked in.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Offensive rebound. Warriors have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. It's deflected. It's stolen by Carroll. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Warriors trailing. Thompson passes to Barnes. There's the dish to Spates. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Valanciunas. It's DeRozan with the drive. Green with the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Carroll. He dishes it to DeRozan. Stephen Curry's checked in for the Warriors. Then for the Raptors, Biyombo checks in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Powell in for DeMar DeRozan. just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Patterson dishes to Lowry. 6 on the shot clock. Deep 2 from Carroll. That one a little long.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Golden State moving the ball around. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
The Raptors shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
To the inside. Here's Rush. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Rush has got 6 points.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Toronto ahead. They're up by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Draymond Green is out there with Maurice Spates. And it's Rush in at the 3 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Toronto was a strong team on the road last season, Clark. A big part of why they came away with 49 wins on the season.
And 22 of those 49 wins were on the road. As a group, they managed to keep things close on the road. And because of that competitiveness, they were over 500 there as well.
Toronto leading by 3. Curry against DeRozan. He kicks it to Patterson. Curry with the steal. And now Curry running the floor all by himself. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. The Warriors have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Hey, guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. They double-team Curry. Out to the right wing. And Rush kicks to Curry. Over to the left wing. No good from Spates.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And Lowry gets it to go.
Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or he'll give up points in a hurry. And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they won it.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Curry outside. But they get it back. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And some changes here for the Warriors. Bazili's checked in for Spates. Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. Green kicks to Thompson. Back to Green. Thompson passes to Azili. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Curry's checked in for Barnes. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And here are the Raptors now. 6-point game. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the game.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Here's Carroll. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Some changes for Toronto. Biombo, he's checked in for Patterson. For DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Clark kicks to Green.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
To the right side. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Some changes for Toronto. Luis Scola, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for Damari Carroll.
Well, I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. They just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011. There's been some slippage defensively here in the second half, Kevin. I mean, I'm not sure if their legs are going or what, but they've given up some easy baskets here.
Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Joseph. And the rejection by Azili. They get it back. For three, Ross. Green with the rebound. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Curry. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
That's his first personal foul.
And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You could see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's what it ended up being.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Iguodala comes in for Ian Clark. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. For Toronto, they have missed more than they've made at the foul line tonight. 3 of 7. Some changes for Golden State. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Green. And it's Barbosa in for Curry.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
The Warriors have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9. That free throw, no good.
At the line for your Warriors, Brandon Rush.
He hits the second from the line. 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. Now here's Joseph. Out to the right wing. Powell dishes to Biyombo. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Raptors lead by 6. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Warriors trail by 6. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Lowry out there with Corey Joseph. And it's DeRozan in the small forward position.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Here's Livingston. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Outside Lowry. DeRozan passes to Lowry. Back to DeRozan. Down low. Green with the block. And they get it back. 4 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Barbosa. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Raptors making a switch here. Carroll's checked in.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
And it's blocked by DeRozan. Puts up a 3. A second chance effort. And Valanciunas kicks to Patterson. Outside Lowry. Again, the miss by Lowry.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Rush's shot is off.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. And the Warriors with some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Outside Lowry. Back to DeRozan. Carroll dishes to DeRozan. There's the triple. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Lowry against Curry. Valanciunas sets a screen for Carroll. Looking to end the drought. And again, Toronto no luck.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Back to Lowry. Valanciunas passes to Patterson. The feet to Lowry. This one for three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Green kicks to Curry. This is to Iguodala. Thompson right side. Golden State moving it around. It's deflected. It's stolen by Lowry.
Unbelievable what I'm seeing here. Is this the dunk contest?
Hey, this one counts, Clark. Believe me, what confidence to attempt the alley-oop to himself.
He couldn't resist on that. The adrenaline just flowing. One of the more spectacular plays we've seen.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
Toronto calls timeout. They're up by 4. 1:22 left to play here in the fourth. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. He said, listen, we've come this far. Now we've got to lay it on the line to get a win. I know we can do it. So show them what you got and let's make it happen. Guys, we'll see if they can do it.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And the fourth quarter just has not been kind. Only 1 bucket in 5 attempts.
Here's DeRozan. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
That couldn't have gone better for him. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish it off in style, and I like that type of aggressiveness.
And I got to say, Clark, I didn't expect them to play it that way. I mean, a great steal, and then to put the pedal to the metal.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
Toronto's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Lowry against Thompson. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Lowry inside the line. No luck. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And oh, here we go, DeRozan. No, but oh,
goodness.
Where did that come from? That was beautiful.
Warriors call it.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
Warriors girls.
Curry dishes to Bogut. Thompson passes to Bogut. Outside Curry.
Terrence Ross.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good. Here's DeRozan. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within 8. Lets the three fly. Off target with that shot. And so it's Toronto winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.